Hey, there we go. I figured it out earlier this time. I might muted again. Day number 2 of that happening. I gotta stop doing that. But welcome back to the XP League, guys. We got a pretty good match ahead of us tonight. We got 2Turnt going up against iDynasty Gaming. And both of these teams look pretty even on paper right now. We pull up the map count for each of these teams real quick. I believe the map count is pretty even as well. 2 and 2 for each of them. 2Turnt 8 and 7 on the maps, and Dynasty a dead even at 7 apiece. So, you know, who's to say who's going to win this map, honestly. I have watched both of these teams play. Last time I watched Dynasty, they dominated Northern Forces. And I think 2Turnt, I'm trying to remember who they played. I might have been Dispute, and I think they ended up falling in that one. I could be wrong about that one, but nevertheless, Dynasty looked good, but they did play one of the weaker teams when I watched last time. We'll see if they, you know, are up to the task with maybe a little bit more tougher competition this week. We'll see if they're up to the challenge, so to speak. Looks like teams are ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this started, guys. But we'll talk about the maps and modes as we load on into there. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a logo for Fringe, so I had to make one. A little scuffed, but here's the map set for tonight. Double dose. Hacienda off the bat here, hardpoint and SND, followed by another double dose, but this time it's going to be Vault, Control, and then Hardpoint. And then map number 5 will be that S&D on Fringe if we do reach there. So we'll see if that ends up being a factor if we go the distance here. Fringe, definitely a newer map to the pool. Well, technically an old map, but coming back as a newer one. Some of these players may not have played it back in the day. Maybe a little bit different for them. We'll see if they're up to the challenge if we reach there. But it's really going to be this Hacienda that determines how this series is going to start. What's the teamwork looking like for both of these squads? I guess we'll find out here in a second. And predictions for me, I guess, as we load on in to Hacienda Hardpoint here. It's tough for me to call, honestly, because I think Dynasty, although they looked really dominant in their last match, it was against one of the weaker teams we had in the league. Northern Forces didn't really put up much of a fight. 2Turnt looked pretty decent in their own right, and they fell to a pretty dominant Dispute team last week. So we'll see what happens here as we're on board with Track. Doing the feed for iDynasty. Body's falling early. It's going to be last alive already. 4 dead for 2Turnt. Nice opening break from Dynasty as they're going to get the kills off the opening break and also have the spawns as well. So if they can hold this time, that would be huge. And rotations to boot. Nice kill from 2Turnt, but a team kill in the feed. Now I'm just left to Boogie. He'll fall as well, and that's going to be spawns flipped on their head. Good re-break from 2Turnt there as they win all the gunfights in transition. You can see RJ already in the back, anchoring those spawns. Requise kind of pushed out in no man's land right now. He's going to have a tough deal for him to overcome here. Going to have to back on through. And yeah, Requise falls in the back, so that's going to be clearance for iDynasty. The spawns are still close for the side of 2Turnt here. They have a decent job holding the back right now. Magazines, what can you do here? You have a couple players to contend with. Looks like they're going to actually divert toward that lobby side. Requise and that player in the water, setting up a pinch here. Requise wins a double in the side door positioning. L stun, but doesn't matter. He gets the opening break here. But Track answers back with a pair of his own, and now it's just left to RJ. Last alive, gets 2. Can he get a third one? No. Shut down. So early time. It's got to be going the way of Dynasty. It was looking pretty promising off their P1, and they're chaining hills together so far. Danny might get a terrible, or a great time, excuse me. Terrible for Magazines here, but he can't finish that player off. So 15 seconds left, but JD is going to pinch on through on this old hill. He actually gets dealt with somehow there. Oh, just kidding. He didn't. That was his teammate, Track. Oh, no, I was right. That was JD. Got dealt with. But after all said and done, 2 hills down. 50-point lead so far for the side of Dynasty. They're looking great off this opening set of hills here. What do they have in store for us on this hold? Right now, Boogie just trying to patrol top plat with his teammate, and they get 3 dead in the feed. Collapsing on this hill right now. Dynasty Gaming, 4 dead. Nobody even falling. That's going to be the spawns flipped on through. It's up to number 7. Can you stay alive? JD in the back, but he'll get dealt with as well. Not checking those corners. And Dynasty, another re-break from them. Good shots from Zanyan, but he's going to need to get a couple more. Can't find the second one. Magazine's in a decent spot up top right now. Has a sub, not the preferred gun, but he'll get it done. Magazine's going to be diving onto hill, having a little bit of fun with it. 10 seconds left on this ult, so new is on the cards here. What does the rotation look like? Track in the feed gets one. Boogie will fall as well, though, but it's back and forth. This gunfight is going to be so important right now. Brank versus Requise, but he has teammates around him as well. 2Turnt collapsing on the hill. Magazine surrounded. And he will fall as well. Re-break on in for Dynasty, or for 2Turnt. Oh, maybe an overshell there, but it doesn't even matter. Requise gets out of dodge. Scot-free there, not even a lick of damage. He's going to be cutting top mid here. I like this positioning out of him, but it's known now. Doesn't matter, though. The shots rain true. 2Turnt doing a good job on this P4 hill, soaking the time right now. Brank going to get an unfortunate timing there as Striker falls. But 2Turnt, they've done a great job so far on this P4 hill, despite not winning the first couple of hills and being down about 50 points or so. They've clawed their way back into this game. It's about 20-point lead for Dynasty heading into our second rotation of hills here. We'll see if it's more of the same from Dynasty, or can 2Turnt do something on these first couple of hills to show us something. Show us some improve of maybe those rotations. They look pretty good so far. That's a double from Requise. He's starting off pretty hot here, having a pretty good start to this Hacienda as he finds another one in the lobby. Can he make it a third or fourth? And he will on a 5 spree. Double positive, 18-9. Requise going off for 2Turnt right now, and that's going to be the spawns. Flips on through now. Dynasty gonna have to vie for map positioning here. It looks like they're just trying to bait. Oh my god, Requise. Circles on that player. He'll get turned on. Daniel last alive for Dynasty, or for 2Turnt, but Dynasty still haven't flipped those spawns yet, and they might start to now. It looks like that player will spawn out. It's up to Requise in the hill right now. He's gonna have a couple of players side door to deal with right now. He gets the first one, second one on his way, as well as the third one pinching. Nothing Requise can do there. Just surrounded on all fronts here. Now Zanyan breaking on into side door with his teammate. Runs out of ammo, though. 5 bullets left. He doesn't see that player in the side. And yeah, not enough ammo for him to take on that onslaught of blue. He'll fall as well. Striker in the back. Finds the second one. And that's going to flip the spawns on through. 2Turnt. This is a lot of time for them to collect as well. 40 seconds. What does Dynasty have on the re-break here? Boogie trying to find one front, but he can't. Just getting shot from all the way in the back. Shots are not going to land. That's going to be another 15 off the board. Frank gets one in the feed. Track as well. They combine for 2 here. What does Zanyan have in store for us? Nothing. As Requise falls as well. So better late than never. Good re-break from Dynasty. They got to be careful not to flip the spawns, though. It looks like they won't. Now rotations are on. Magazine's doing what he can. Actually, even Dynasty breaking on through for ult for that scrap. Requise falls, holding that final 10. So that's good scrap time for them to collect, as they also have the rotations here. Magazine's, what can he give us right now? And he's going to get triple pushed here. Nothing he can do in that situation. Just fought from all angles there. Striker gets 1, but it's Track with 2. JD last alive right now. He'll get taken care of. Boogie with that one. And a clean wave from Dynasty. Shots going on through. Boogie gets a lot of damage in that player. Number 7 might get a timing here. We'll see what JD's looking like. Actually, he's just going to flood on through the front. And I actually kind of like this. He's just laying in that dead body. They're not even going to read him here. JD gets a freebie. Maybe even a second one. Not quite enough, though. Rotation should be on the minds of both of these teams right now, though. About a tie game as we're going to head into this second P4 rotation. Most important hill, this P4. We'll see if 2Turnt is up to the challenge to break on through. RJ actually gets a double there. Actually, that was Striker. Gets a double in the feet, so that's a good start from him. Now it's just Brank. What can you do? He gets a double in tow, though. That was a huge one for him to find. That's going to secure Dynasty control for now. Rock Hill is so hard to break. They have 2 trophies on the time as well. So nades are not going to really be a factor here. See if anybody can break on through. Let's go on with Striker. See what he's cooking with. Not a whole lot so far for him. Gets some damage, but not enough. That's 4 dead in the feed yet again. 2Turnt. Just gets shut down on this P4. This is valuable blue time for Dynasty. They're going to be cutting so effectively right here. It's so hard to break on in. This rock positioning is absolutely so just horrendous to try and break on through from the front. Those gunfights are almost impossible to win without some nades over the top or some teamwork. Unfortunately, nades weren't a part of that break. Double trophies on out, so Dynasty are going to hold strong. About a 40-point lead, actually, excuse me. Going into our final set of rotations here. Can Dynasty hold on, or can 2Turnt claw their way back into this one? It's a fragile lead at the moment. Dynasty clear house. 2Turnt, all off spawn. Got 2 going boat, 2 going mid, 2 going rock side here. JD gonna slide onto the through to the hill. He gets 1. Dynasty player gonna just be running at the hill. I didn't love that play out of him. Those magazines as well. And 4 are gonna fall. Yeah, so 2Turnt. They're going to break the spawns. They're going to break this P1. They have a decent amount of control. Oh my god, good shots from Boogie there. Absolutely rips him top hall. It's going to be this 1v1. Oh, where Crease loses the 1v1. In new here. That was for the spawns as well. Really, it's just now Zanyan in the very back by his lonesome. The rest of his teammates are so far away still. 2 seconds left on hold, and the new hill will pop, and Zanyan is dealt with. So, arrows are going to flip on their heads. All looking toward the front now. JD might have got a timing in the back here. Nobody watching the overextension on the minimap. Keep your eye on JD right now. Could be flipping the spawns for 2Turnt right now, but his teammates are falling around him. It might be a little too late. What does JD have here? He needs to come up with something big here. He gets the first one. Second one, not through, but damage coming out in full effect here. 2Turnt break on it through the hill, but Track with a double of himself. Nice shots from him. This is big 30. They have to contest this here for the side of 2Turnt. Because they basically lose if they don't. Dynasty. Oh, wow. A lot of people getting ripped off the car this game, I will say. Great shots from these AR players on both teams. Everybody just getting ripped off that car, Heady. Now rotations are on. Dynasty. They're going to extend their lead. It's going to put them pretty close to map point here. They're 235 and counting right now. 2Turnt have control of top mid and the fucking front, though. Excuse me. Magazines. What do you have in store? Doesn't look like a whole lot. Boogie gonna get 2, though. That's gonna be 10 seconds until the victory comes out here for Dynasty. 2Turnt. They have to get a move on. The first is gonna fall. It's up to Zanyan, and he's gonna fall as well. 5 seconds left. Dynasty cannot touch the point. 250. 198 is gonna be your map number 1 here. And a great start. Great start for Dynasty. And it was a pretty back and forth affair, I must say. It was a close map number 1. Really came down to that P4 hill. Dynasty looking great on that P4 so far. Not a whole lot more to say about that one. It's done and dusted. We'll see what map number 2 has in store for both of these teams. Some decent teamwork from both of them, honestly. Maybe a little bit of slaying from 2Turnt needs to turn up. You know, JD had kind of a tough one. See if that ends up mattering here. As we take a look at our scoreboard. Dynasty take map number 1. 250-198. Wasn't particularly close. They had maybe not a great lead, but a little bit of a comfortable lead the entire game, about 30 points. Oh, they're going to stay on the host. I like this. I don't have to do anything now. Let's go back to me for a second, guys. See what these teams have in store for Hacienda. Actually, let me update the score real quick. If you guys switch the teams, let me update Codcaster first before you start. And map number 2. More of the same. Hacienda yet again. We'll see what these players have in store for us. What kind of strategies we're going to be cooking up with here. I know a lot of teams love hitting that B rock site early and often. We'll see if we're going to see that or maybe more of an A hit for both these teams. I particularly like going B more than A on offense on this map, especially in fours, just because it's a little bit easier to get away with some stuff on B than A. More of a bang out than you can definitely get pinched a lot of different directions for going A. It can be effective though, but it also can be harder to hold. We'll see what these players are cooking with here. Let me take a drink real quick. Ah, yes, that's what I needed. A little bit of energy, a little bit of hydration for me. Looks like Dynasty getting aggressive toward B, and this is exactly what I was predicting off the rip here. First blood and bomb will fall, making a second one as well. Dynasty firing on all cylinders in this search and destroy so far. Zanny and Striker, what do you got left? Striker, he's gonna have to have a whole lot left, but he can't get it done. Dynasty with a clean round number 1. And just as I was saying a second ago, it looks like that opening break hitting the Brock Hill. A lot of players love doing this. And we might be seeing more of the same for the side of 2Turnt here as well, going into this second round on their offense. We'll see what kind of look they decide to give us here. And there's a reason we see B so much on this map. It's because everybody loves to bang out B and just see if they can, their guns are hot. See if they're doing, their trades are effective. Decent stuff like that. We'll see, though. It's a 2-2 top hall split, though, from 2Turnt right now. JD tagged low, but he's not going to fall for now. Requise gets his teammates trade, but Brank with 2 in the feed gets them both. Good shots from him. And another quick one for Dynasty is they just, they lose the first blood, but it doesn't seem to matter. They just get the trades and rip them apart on their D. They're going to find a second. What's up, L. Tyler? Thanks for the follow, Flowy, by the way, as well. Dynasty strong, yeah. We'll see if they can hold. They looked good so far. Just decided 2Turnt. The slaying and the hard point was a little bit off. Teamwork was there, but they weren't getting the slays as well as they maybe could have been. And that, maybe down to some rotations to that P4 hill where they got absolutely blendered. It can happen. See if they can get around here on the board, and this SND is down 2 right now. And they're back on the defense. Oh, look at this route from 48. Oh, but he's going to get red. Oh, they saw him. That was such an... I went to him right when I thought he was going to make a play, but they're going to spot that player, and the info was gained. Info leads to the kill. And now, yeah, Striker. RJ, what do you got left? RJ falls. Just Striker yet again. Their Dynasty looking strong in this SND. They're poised to take number 3 here. Unless JD can pull off a miracle. But no miracles were found. Dynasty. Halfway there already. Looking good in this S&D. Maybe even better than they did in that hard point. Hacienda might be their map. Can they keep this pace up? We'll find out here. Can 2Turnt really turn it around? I'm looking at them to try and come up with something here. Back on the offensive. They need to win this offense right now. This is probably a must-win round for me here. They need to show something here on this Hasi. Hasn't looked great so far. Nobody really getting any kills. It looks like it's back to B. Back to the basics. Back to the bread and butters. Nade on over from Brank. It's not going to find a home. And he's going to dip on through for now. RJ gets some terrible timing. Getting pitched by 2. Make it a 3rd. Boogie gets the claims that one. That'll be first blood for Dynasty yet again. Can 2Turnt hold on here? They're going to have a pinch to deal with. And yeah, everybody just falling for the side of 2Turnt. Zanyan last alive now. Everybody just been in a 1v4 situation for the side of 2Turnt. They just can't get anything going. 4 in a row. Dynasty poised to take this one if they keep this form. As their confidence levels just through the roof right now. They just sent everybody top mid to deal with that lone player. They sent 2 from closed, 1 from open. And the collapse happens. There's nothing that player can do. And then they just They've been so good about collapsing, setting up good, effective pinches on these plays, and they're just getting all the kills for it. Your Hossie was low-key sloppy. It's looking better now. I mean, it could be... It's hard to tell, right? Could be that you guys have practiced and gotten better. It could be the 2Turnt, you know, having kind of a dud in this map number 2. It's hard to know. Everybody plays SMD a little bit differently. First blood. Oh, Boogie wins that one. And track another one in tow. This might just be a massacre right now. Last alive Requise for the side of 2Turnt. How many times am I going to say that this series? A 1v3. Oh my god, Requise finds a second one. This is actually doable now. This might be the spark they needed. It's Requise versus Magazines right now, but Magazines has yet to die. What kind of timing does he get? Magazines spots this player. How does he like to play this now? He has the SMG. Requise with the AR. Magazines has to check the bomb. He might get poor timing here, and he does. Requise with the 1v3. Finally, 2Turnt are on the board. And in dramatic fashion as well, as Requise has to 1v3 clutch to win the round. For the side of 2Turnt, I mean, yeah, maybe that's the spark that can get something going in this search right now. It hasn't looked great for them so far in this map. We'll see if that can inspire the boys, get the confidence up. Give them a round there. We will see. The rest of 2Turnt, though. What does this push look like? I would like to see them maybe try a different strategy here. Maybe an A hit here off the rip. It looks like that's exact... It's almost like I know ball or something, chat. A is on the cards. With a lone player going toward top mid. This might be risky, though. Oh, Magazine's by himself on A. He might be dealt with here, but he gets a free kill. The trade is coming on through. And 3v2, excuse me, for now. I believe JD did get one top mid. So that lone player lurking top mid was able to be effective. Actually, excuse me. Sorry, that was Dynasty getting that pick. Apologies. Thought that was JD, but no, it was not. So actually, yeah, that was Zanyan out the rip. That lone player top mid did get picked, pushing that, and that's the risky part you play. And trying to make a solo hero play on the pinch. Sometimes you just get overwhelmed. And, yeah, that is not the gun for that gunfight. JD knows it. He'll back on it for now. 3v2, make it a 3v1. Now just left to Requise and back 10. Should get spotted here in a second, and he will. Track takes care of that one, and a collapse on the bomb site for Dynasty. Their retakes have looked so good so far. They're going to put themselves on map point. What's up, Disciple? Thanks for the follow. Dynasty's up 1-0 right now, and it looks like they're about to take a second one as well in this map number 2. Oh, you bet your hard part was sloppy? Ah, I see. I see. Yeah, it looked better for sure in that Hacienda for the side of Dynasty. It looked like you guys were doing a decent job. Now we'll see. Does Dynasty close out here? Or can 2Turnt send us to some extra rounds? Oh, nice wall banks coming in through. That's Zanyan low HP. But it doesn't seem to matter. His teammates are falling around him. They tried to watch his front push, but they're just getting overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of Dynasty right now. Nade on through. Brank misses that one, but this should be bombed down here in a second. It's Boogie going for a little bit of extra push here. Info gained. Requise gets a freebie, but it's going to need to be in a miraculous round here. Looks like Zanyan's going to be going on the world tour right now, though, but just to end up back top office. See if he reads this player close. It's Boogie. Or, excuse me, Requise gets another one. Zanyan gets info on that player. Shots tagged in. Stun's gonna land, but Boogie stands tall. 15 seconds now. All up to Requise. Not a whole lot he can do here. Not enough time, or maybe there is if Brank gives him a scam. One more gunfight for him to win. Brank's playing this so smart right now. Now he cannot defuse Requise with 3 on the round. But nothing can be done. Dynasty, a quick 6-1 in this SND, and they are looking poised to take this series in a pretty quick fashion here. And I mean, you know, despite the best efforts from Requise right there, He gets 3 on the round, but not enough to extend it any further. 2-0 now to the side of Dynasty. And I gotta say, that was a pretty one-sided affair. Pretty good teamwork as well from Dynasty. Just their trades. Everything they've done so far has been so good. They've looked like a pretty solid team in this series. Let's see if I can fix the series score in Codcaster too while I'm here. Might as well. Should be accurate now. But we're gonna be loading on into Vault Control here. And Vault, not my favorite control. Well, really, Control itself is not that great of a game mode. Let's be honest. Vault Control can be a map where the offense can take the map victory or the round victory, excuse me, now after the spawn changes recently, where the defense spawns super far out. So we'll see what teams have in store for us. Can defense prevail? Can offense prevail? Right now, Dynasty up 2-0. I forgot to turn my light on too. Whatever. You guys can see me in the dark now. Here, let me flashbang chat real quick. Oh, my eyes. My eyes. My eyes. Ah. Ah. Rip Happy, gone for not forgotten. Yeah, I was looking at the roster. I didn't even bother doing rosters for this series because I didn't get any info on it till late. And usually the roster sheets are not updated super quickly, or like there's 6 people on the roster. I don't know which of those 4 are playing for the 6, So unless the team specifically tell me beforehand, I don't bother with that. But on the board for Dynasty, can they 3-0 in this series? Track is trying to make it seem like those dreams are coming fulfilled here. We'll see what Dynasty has off the rip here. Nice nade from Magazines there. Good opening break from them. Pretty back and forth in the feed. Three apiece right now, as nobody really has a ton of map control. Both teams just fighting over mid right now as Boogie gets one. Top catwalk. But the rest of 2Turnt is patrolling low right now, making sure nobody is flooding in through the front. But as I say that, we will just pounce on in there. Bounce. That's a word. But now it's just Brank left last alive. I am choking my words today, guys. I apologize. Do not feel great. Boogie with the second one in the feed as well. And no real progress toward A has been achieved yet for Dynasty. They've really been electing to go toward this catwalk side, and they really haven't had any opportunity to touch the point right now. Brank pretty far up in the base, but he should fall, and he will. Now it's just Track trying to stop the clock. So far, so good for 2Turnt on this defense. I like this route out of Boogie, though. He's going to overextend toward B. You can definitely catch players with their pants down if you make this play, but not if you're not aware of your surroundings. He'll get taken down in the back. And now a mad dash toward B with all 3 players from Dynasty waiting, lurking. Just trying to get something going right now. Magazine's trying to hold the pinch right now. He's going to have a player in front of him and behind him right now. As he touched the A point, so this should allow players to know where he's at, but not reacting in time. So Magazines gets a freebie there. Now 2 ticks on B. What does Striker have in store for us? He gets 1. But he will fall. Car bomb in full effect. But the progress is still going toward the A zone. It'll be stopped for now, though. Boogie gets 2 in the feed, though. This should be A, maybe. A potential capture here. But it is going to be a pinch on through Cat. Striker gets 1. RJ is here as well. The pillar is being shouldered right now. 2 ticks already done on A. 3 ball in the feed, though. It's just left to Track off spawn. 10 seconds left. Can they even get to the point right now? It's going to be up to Track. He wins an important one. Teammates around him, but he's going to have to touch the point. He'll get taken down. It's up to Brank and Magazines in the feed. All will fall. 2Turnt win an opening defense, and that's a good start for them. See if that can spark some sort of momentum for the side of 2Turnt, and it's been pretty one-sided in the series so far. At least in that S&D, it sure was. The hard point, I will say, was definitely close. So in the respawn game modes, maybe that's where 2Turnt has been able to fry. It looks like JD, yeah, look at his start so far. 11-2 for him on a 3 spree. Having a great opening round. And defense usually You know, lately, since the new changes, maybe not even that much easier. Maybe more offensive favored on Vault so far. So it's good for them to get an opening defense right now. Can that spark something? Looks like maybe the answer is no. So far, it's been back and forth, though. This is kind of how round 1 started, though, so we'll see if they're able to break on through. Dynasty did end up getting 3 ticks off that first round, but the minute extension didn't come through. We'll see if 2Turnt can do them one better on the tick department, maybe even win the round here. So far, so good for 2Turnt. They're winning gunfights in transition. AD just fell in the vault, though. I don't think he meant to do that. But the A zone is going to be stacked for now. 2 players on. Magazine's... Oh, no, didn't finish that one. But he'll get the reach out, and he'll finish it now. Magazine's just not finishing either of the kills. Unfortunate for him, really. Doesn't seem to matter, though. His teammates are there to pick up the pieces and clean up the point. Mop and bucket in hand right now for the side of track. He's just patrolling. Trying to watch his front. There's a player in front of him. Wins another one. Nice shots from him. Flank is on through, but Boogie will deal with that one. Just left to Requise on the hill. Last alive for now. Actually, he does have teammates now in support. So, Dynasty, what do you have on this pinch now? There's 2 ticks already gone on A. Do they deny this minute extension? We'll find out. Brank with 1. Teammates in the feed with another one. That's going to be Boogie helping his boy. And all will fall on the feed. But look at number 7. JD on the pinch right now. I like this route out of him. He's having a great map, 15 and 6, but they're running out of time. Can they get this minute extension? As Track really trying to deny him here. He's been the man with the plan. For the side of Dynasty on this A point. 10 seconds left now. Can they stop it? B is going to be the overextension for now. Requise has one important one to find, and he'll fall. RJ picking up the pinch, but he'll lose it as well. RJ absolutely ripped right there. Striker just falls back on the point. Gonna bait for his teammate, Zanyan. Zanyan, can you win this 1v1? This would be so huge if he can, and he does. 2 HP and a dream. That's gonna stop the clock for now. And the A zone will be done and dusted now. So that minute extension comes through. 4 lives versus 6 right now. 2Turnt. They gotta be perfect now. And Zanyan will fall. Rest of 2Turnt. Gotta play this very, very smart here. RJ gets a tag on a player. But JD will strike. JD, 17 and 9, having a great map. Like I was saying, but it's going to be a tough stack for them to get here. They still need 2 whole ticks on this site, and Requise will fall. So now just 5 plays 2. RJ gets the first one. He's going to get pinched, though, as well. JD not reading the pressure. Now just down to RJ. 1v4 situation. And this is looking all but over, unless RJ can pull the rabbit out of the hat here. Player's not really giving him a whole lot to work with. Some shots are good, but he will fall. Dynasty take the defense, and we're going to tie up the series. And honestly, that was a very close round. Had a couple more slays gone. 2Turnt's way there. That could have been their round. I really thought after this kill right here, I believe this was Zanyan. After he got that double on the point, I really thought that maybe they were going to transition from that A zone and get the clean wipe on B. But some things are not meant to be, you know? Neither team taking an offensive victory so far. Kind of surprising. Typically, you don't see that a ton on Vault. I guess it is kind of a 50-50 map for offense and defense, but I feel like it is more favored toward that offensive side. At least ever since the change. Oh, and this is a B hit through Vault right now. This is the ranked play strat right here in full effect. See if they are able to convert this. This is a ranked play strat for a reason, because it is kind of cheesy and can definitely blow up in your face, just like Magazine got blown up there. Not a bad start, but they don't even get that tick of progress in, unfortunately. Not quite able to do so. But they are winning gunfights in transition here, so maybe A on the cards. JD lurking top cat. Can he find this player? And he will. And they're going to be back to B again. I actually like this from Dynasty. Typically, you don't see B being contested over this early, but, I mean, it's not really working out for them. Despite the play calls, they're just not winning the gunfights. So far, so good for 2Turnt on this defense. Frank's going to get that overextension on that player. But JD has been the man this map so far. He's done a great job cutting the spawners. And he wins another one as well. JD, can he get out of dodge right now? Yeah, Boogie doesn't even want to challenge him. Tag down low, so JD's gonna squatchelate out of there. Word of the day, chat. Look it up. Ooh, nice shots there. JD having a great map. Boogie gets ripped. Now just Track trying to get to the point. Teammates following around him. Track loses another one. 20 seconds now for Dynasty to come up with something here. They haven't had any good looks so far as they're all the way in the blender, getting ripped to shreds. Track low as well. And only 5 seconds left now. 2 have fallen the feed, though. This might be the answer. Track, can he get to the point? No, he can't. Magazines can, though. That'll stop the clock for now. RJ on the pinch, though. He's gonna get spotted. 2 seconds in a dream. Does it all crumble for 2Turnt here? Or can they stop this progress? Oh, the route doesn't pay off for Striker there. RJ and Zanyan. The AR is left with the world to do on this A zone. Zanyan gets the first. Can RJ come up with something here? He gets the first one, tags in, he finds him. And last player alive for the side of Dynasty is going to fall as well, so they do reclaim control. And 2Turnt. Another defensive round win. Defense simulator so far on this vault. I thought maybe at the end, potentially Dynasty could turn that around with 5 seconds left, but it's going to be so tough for them to do. Not enough time to work with. They don't get that minute extension. And 2Turnt are looking great on this defense so far. They haven't really allowed Dynasty to get really any ticks. I think they only got 2 there as well on that offense at the very end. So if Dynasty, or excuse me, if 2Turnt can get some ticks even on this side, they should have defense. If we go round number 5, not sure if that's a good thing on this map or not, but defense has been stronger for both of these teams so far. See what their push looks like though. Striker, terrible timing. Unfortunately, doesn't see that player as he will fall. Magazine's on the point now, contesting. Just waiting for his teammates to try and chime in. He'll shoot one in the back, another one in front of him. He gets that as well. Double for Magazines. Looking great so far on this defense. But unfortunately, shot in the back. And that is the map vault for you. Timing personified. See what kind of timing Track gets as well. He should have a player right in front of him, but he loses the gunfight. Don't know how he lost that one. RJ rips him to pieces there. Magazine slides on through. He loses it as well. So that's control for 2Turnt now, and they're heading toward B after that A zone is done. 2 minutes to work with as well. As Zanyan pushed up pretty far here. Spots Boogie, but he's in a decent spot to hide. As Zanyan doesn't know which way he wants to chow right now. He has a second one in front of him, and he loses that one. So now up to Striker on the point. They've already gotten 2 takes of progress toward this zone. This could be over quickly here. But Striker does fall. Map positioning now does favor Dynasty, but they're going to have to defend for 2 whole minutes here, which is not an easy task. We'll see if they're up for the challenge. See what Zanyan has off spawn. There's a player top ammo here, and he's going to rip him. That's 2 dead in the feed. Both Dynasty players are back in their spawn right now. This could be it. They only need 1 tick right now, and they have a 3 stack on this point. They gotta go. They gotta get to the point, but they're not able to, and I love that out of 2Turnt right there. They recognize their opportunity, and they strike. 2Turnt. They're gonna take that map. 3-1 there. And they're gonna extend this series. We will see 4 maps, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty convincing victory as well for 2Turnt. Not to say that I'm surprised. I'm not super surprised, but thought maybe the momentum from that S&D would carry to this control, but it did not. JD having a great bounce back map there. He was 30 and 16, 3,100 damage as well, and really the whole side of 2Turnt. They played that well as a team. Very coordinated. Let's go on board. Back with me, y'all. Join me for a little second here. Let me update the scoreboard. So yeah, vault control is done. We're going to be heading to vault hardpoint next, and more of the same on this vault. Can 2Turnt send us to map number 5 on the fringe? We'll find out here. I mean, the first respawn was very close. Can they make it so that we do see a map number 5? I don't think I've watched a Fringe SND in a while, guys, so definitely be interesting to find out if they're up to the task right now. Maybe they just needed to warm up. Maybe that first map was their warm-up. We'll find out here. Oh, excuse me. Looks like the map is loaded on up, boys. Let's get into that. Oh, man. I just see I saw a weird stock on one of the players. Combat? Was that combat stock I just saw? Who was that? I need answers. That was the player next to whoever this is. That was JD, I believe, has combat stock on. If I saw that correctly. Huh, that's interesting. I remember trying, or remember somebody telling me about that, and I was like, maybe that could work, but I haven't really personally tried it a whole lot. I've maybe used it a little bit against bots, but we'll see if it works for JD right now, as he's on the board so far early with 2 in the feed. Make it a third one. Maybe combat stock is the way to go, as he's ripping and rolling early so far. 4 dead now. Dynasty. Still got those P2 spawns for now, but early time. Going the side of 2Turnt right now. As Magazine's pushing on through Cat, he's going to get dealt with here in a second. Boogie just patrolling for now, but look at this route from Requise. All the way, back ammo. He should have a freebie here, and he doesn't. Oh my god, Magazines. Turn and burn right now, but he should be overwhelmed here shortly. He's playing his life so patiently, so well right now. Get some tags in the player, but he has 2 to deal with. Teammate will chime in for 1. Standing in the back is going to have the world to do, but he can't win the initial. So Dynasty are going to maintain map composure, map positioning for now. As 4 dead, or 2 turn. Early time is about even. What do they have on this break? 2Turnt in the hard point. Definitely showed some signs of life. We'll see if they have what it takes here. As the break is on. Pinstripe kill feed in full effect. 2Turnt break on in. It's up to Magazines. And Track in the back. Can't pull the cat out of the hat. Nades on through, though. Brank getting help from his teammate as well. 3 fall already. Brank going for the Ego Chow. Zanny last alive, and now it's just left to Striker. The lone remaining member in the back of the spawn, and he'll get cleaned up as well. So far, it's so good for Dynasty. 20 seconds left. 2Turnt. Still looking to try and poise to break this hill right now. It's just RJ, though. Really looking for it. So final 10. Go Dynasty's way. Back and forth we go. Rotations favoring 2Turnt. But not if Track is going to shoot that player in the back. Nobody watching the overextension. He rips the player out of top art as well. That's not a kill you want to get if you're the side of 2Turnt. That was early rotations now gone. And that's going to be time. Going blue for now is Boogie on the 4 spree as well. Magazine's on a 5. Just absolutely everybody cooking right now on this P3. It's really going to be up to Striker and co. What can you do here? They're going to get 1 in mid. They're going to be dealt with. It's going to be Striker on the overextension now. And he's going to be position known. We'll see if he can live for now. As Requise fries as well. That player top art dies. And Striker's going to replace them. Now it's just up to Magazines, but he's surrounded. Surely he's going to fall here, and he will. Good re-break from 2Turnt. That's a much needed one, too. They can't afford to give up these P4 spawns here as we go into the money hill on Hacienda. But, oh, nice shots from Boogie. He just rips that player top P4. And everybody just falling for the side of 2Turnt. As soon as I praise them for a break, they just cannot win individual gunfights at the most crucial moment. Now it's just Zanny left last alive. Top art, just wondering where his teammates went. He's just patrolling for now, but there's not a whole lot he can do. He has to wait for his teammates to get set up here. He's looking for this player, top P4. He gets some shots in the track, but I want to see him move. Maybe make a play here. I know he's in a decent spot to cut, but you got to get those wheels a-turning. Fortunately, he doesn't read the pressure, so the spawns are going to be spawning. Actually, no, number 2 spawned out as well. That's Track. Zanny lived just long enough for Track to spawn out, but that's not going to matter a whole lot, because JD, last alive in the back here. Oh my god, that timing was absolutely disgusting. I don't know how Frank didn't see him there. Shouldering on through the crate there. So a late break on into this P4 will give 2Turnt a little bit of time, but yeah, that was not the result they wanted, especially after the rotation and the setup they had early. See what this rotation to P1 looks like so far. I'm more with Requise right now. Excuse me. As he's going to fall, though. Dynasty control of the point so far, and they pushed back these players a little bit. Lion, not under their control. Oh, wow. Nice win. A little bit of maybe late reaction time out of magazines there, but his teammates are picking up the pieces. Until RJ chimes in. Actually, that was Striker. On a mission this map so far. 13-7. Continuing his good performance from that control. Zanyan having a tough one right now. 4-14 as well. And no time either. So, looking at him to step up right now. Let's go on board with Zanyan. See where things are going wrong. Or maybe potentially see if he can, you know, turn it up here. He gets initial one. And that's going to be 3 in the feed there. So 2Turnt. They break on in with 10 seconds left. And it looks like they're going to flip the spawns as well. Just left the track to deal with the players in the front. And he may have squeaked through. And he wins an important first one. Teammates are in tow. They're going to be close by. Spawns are going to be flipping now. Track wins another one. I don't know how he's winning these gunfights up close and personal with the AR against these SMGs. He's making it look easy. Zanyan in the back, though. Zanyan for 2. That's an important one for him to find. He's on a 3 spree. He does fall, but that should be spawns in favor of 2Turnt now. 40 seconds more to collect on this point. And they actually are not blocking, so Brank is still going to spawn in the back here. And he's going to get freebie for it. And making it a 2 is Brank gets gifted spawns, and they'll say, thank you very much. I will take that every day of the week. A double, technically unofficial double for Marquise there, as 20 seconds are still to fight for this P2. 2Turnt, they need it, and they won it. Down about 60 points. We'll see what the rotations look like. So far, nobody from the side of 2Turnt really overextending. Just that spawn out from Zanyan. He's going to be the lone member to deal with it for now. What does the timing look like right now? JD spots this player Cat, and he's going to get a freebie. And Zanyan... Excuse me, actually, that's... Oh, no, that was Zanyan. They combine in for 2 here. There's one player, that's going to be Boogie, is going to get through. Zanyan doesn't spot him. He should be aware of his presence here in a second. And he is. The door's going to creak on open. Zanyan wins a big one. And can't make it a double, but that's alright. Spawn should still be in the favor of 2Turnt here. We'll see if we get any crazy spawn cheese, and we won't. But still, that's 60-point lead for Dynasty. It's still in full effect here, but one good P4 from 2Turnt can turn things around. But they're falling apart at the seams right now. It's RJ. What can you do right now? He gets the first one. Is he going to read the pressure from the second? He's in a good spot to do so. Oh, the timing is absolutely insane right now. As Zanyan, in new right now, gets a freebie on the player. He's not going to spot this player on the van yet, though, so... Doesn't seem to matter, though. His teammate picks up the pieces. 2 in the hill right now. Zanyan. Oh, I didn't love that shot at him. As he's going to fall. Spawns are now going to be going... side of Dynasty. And now 2Turnt. Backs against the wall. They're in the same position they were the first time around on this P4. They had the initial rotation, but they collapse at the seam. They're going to need to win some gunfights, and that's a good start. 3 fall dead for Dynasty. Requise with some nice shots in the back. And this is a good hold. Good re-break from 2Turnt here. As they absolutely had to do that. Can't be down 100 points. Going into our 3rd rotation here. So they will get a little bit of time on this hill. Maybe not. Boogie just breaks on through confidently. It's the final 10 or so. Should go the side of Dynasty here. But 2Turnt have the advantage on the spawns here. Rotating toward new. P1 not typically a hard point where you get a ton of time. Realistically. But you definitely can if you're spread out like 2Turnt are and you win your gunfights. Looking for JD. What kind of timing does he get on this play? And not great. Is the answer. It's 3 fall in the feed. Make it 4. Dynasty break gun in with ease. 2Turnt. They spawn out as well. Backs against the wall now. And they re-break on in. Looks like they will for now. Spawns might get a little mixy here. But it looks like Dynasty will claim them for now. It's up to Requise, really. Furthest member extended. For 2Turnt now. Can he just live? Can he play his life and do something incredible here? And he's doing a great job so far, but he's losing members around him. It's Boogie doing what he can on the front. He's going to get a nice double, Boogie. That should secure map positioning for now. For Dynasty. And they're about 30 points from closing it. On map number 4 here. They've looked pretty good in the hardpoint game mode so far. The slaying has been stellar. The rotations and breaks have been on point. 2Turnt. They are gifted spawns in the back. Nobody blocking for Dynasty, but this might not matter. The rest of them just absolutely frying right now. Boogie gonna get overwhelmed, though, here in a second. And 2Turnt break on in. Track. Oh my god, beautiful shots from him. Absolutely beams that player. Outer palm there. Frank with some nice nades going on in. He's gonna get crossfired, though. It's a deadly crossfire. But magazines will trade it on out for now. He spots a leg. Does he get the kill? Not quite. Nade, not going to be deep enough there. As 2Turnt getting some much-needed time on this P2. And they're going to clear out the rest of Dynasty. So Dynasty, they're going to rotate toward this top art positioning for P3 here. And it looks like Striker, the furthest player from 2Turnt, is going to be dealt with on that overextension. The timing this game, it's been absolutely disgusting, but thankfully RJ doesn't get bad timing again. Dynasty soaking for now, though. 15 seconds for the victory. Gunfights going back and forth so far. Let's see if 2Turnt can break on through. They're going to need to soak this hill and break on through. Track, nice shots from him. Gets 2 freebies there. No one even looking his direction. Might make it a third, and he will. Track just going absolutely insane on this top art positioning right now. He finally will get dealt with, but that's going to be time going Dynasty's way. They can close it out here. 2Turnt have to push this hill, but they cannot afford to give them any more time. RJ gets 1 in the feet as well as 3 fall. Make it 4. Oh no! Dynasty. There's only 1 player left. That's Boogie going to be top art to deal with these spawns. It's actually going to be up to 6 Zanyan on this point. They could still lose it here as Dynasty. They need 3 seconds left. Or can they be able to break for the side of 2Turnt? They're going to get pushed on through in the point. 1 second left now. It's just up to Boogie, and he's going to be in new. Oh my god. A crazy ending to that map. Boogie with the rotation at the very end there. 250 to 217. I thought maybe potentially at the very end there, maybe 2Turnt was able to clutch on up, but it wasn't to be. What a close map right there. That came down to the absolute wire. And I mean, yeah, so far, I mean, Dynasty, they've looked improved. I mean, they looked good last time I watched them, but they looked good in this hardpoint game mode. No one really particularly, you know, standing out. I mean, I guess Boogie had a great map as well as Track on that P3 at the end there. And that'll do it. Dynasty is going to take that one 3-1. And a pretty close series in the hardpoints as well. I mean, not too super one-sided as well. I mean, the only maps that was really one-sided was the S&D map number 2, but all the respawns were relatively close. So definitely, you know, pretty competitive, at least in this series. Dynasty are going to take the edge, though. And I mean, I'm kind of glad in a way that we didn't go to map 5. I did kind of want to cast map 5 Fringe, though. I haven't really seen that map a whole lot as of late. It's been a minute. But hey, I made that graphic for nothing. Sucks to suck, I guess. As the Dynasty are going to take it 3-1. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, maybe their next match, what their schedule looks like. But so far, so good for them. That was the mid-pack team that they needed to beat. I'm not sure if Dynasty has played any of the top teams so far. I think Dispute in their group right now is 4-0 as well. So I'm not sure if they played them yet, but I want to see them play that team, see if they can beat them. I'm not sure if they played them yet, and if they can, that'll bring them toward the top of the bracket come playoff time. And for the side of 2Turnt, yeah, they're going to fall today, but still 2-3, definitely still in the running for the playoffs for sure. As this group, I believe, has a couple teams that are, 2 teams already 0-4, so definitely, they definitely have still a great chance at making the playoffs. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Appreciate it. That was a good cast. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm casting another one after this. It's looking a little late for that. I'm not going to lie. We're already past the hour point. We'll see. If I cast again, I'll be live here very shortly if I am. If I'm not, then, well, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate everybody coming out in the chat and all the follows and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, that was a close one. I'll see you guys next time.